Well, hello there, boys and girls. Grab your snacks, get cozy, and pull those fuzzy blankets tight. Because tonight, we're skipping the frogs, the fairies, the dragons, and the dream weddings. No fairy godmothers here. Just raw, unfiltered reality disguised as bedtime magic. This one's for the future bosses, the ones who dream in bank deposits, not lullabies. Ever wondered how people get filthy rich without leaving a single trace? Buckle in, because what we're diving into isn't fantasy. It's strategy with a legal bow on top. Tonight's story. It's all about cleaning money. Yep, money laundering, but told in bedtime story fashion. So fluff those pillows and guard your piggy banks, because this tale's got it all. Fake authors, phantom royalties, and a masterclass in flipping dirty cash into squeaky clean deposits without breaking a sweat or a single law. Forget unicorns and magic wands. We're talking about the shadow side of publishing, the legit crime business that lets crooks sleep like babies. Let's start at the beginning. Books. Back then, they were sacred. They educated, inspired, even sparked revolutions. But now, some are nothing more than laundry baskets for criminals in disguise. Sounds wild, right? Like, what does a 20-page ebook have to do with crime? Oh, I'll tell you. Because in today's digital world, a book isn't always made to be read. It's made to be rinsed, spun, and cashed out. Enter Amazon, KDP, and other self-publishing platforms. Heaven for writers, paradise for scammers. Here's the game. You don't need talent. Just toss together 15 pages of AI nonsense or Wikipedia remix. Slap on a cover and upload. Price? Whatever you want. $199, $499, even $999. No editor, no rules, no gatekeepers. The book goes live, customers start buying. But plot twist, those customers? They're fake. The scammer is buying their own book, using dirty money. Picture it. Stacks of drug cash, stolen funds, bribe money, all cycle back through fake book sales. Every shady purchase looks like a legit transaction. Amazon takes its cut, and the rest comes back as royalties. On the surface, just an author selling a book. Behind the scenes, a high-speed rinse cycle, no detergent needed. It's quick, it's clean, and it barely makes a ripple. That's the game. But here's the kicker. Some scammers skip writing altogether. They steal real authors' names, bios, profile pics, everything. They forge reviews, hijack identities, and upload fakes under someone else's brand. The real author finds out only when the angry emails or suspicious royalty checks show up. But by then, the scammer's long gone. The money's clean, the fake book's still live, and nobody's pointing fingers. And if you think this is just petty online hustling, think bigger. Politics has stepped into the chat. Campaigns, PACs. Even sitting officials are running the same play without ever touching dirt. And yes, it's exactly as slimy as it sounds. But legally, it's clean. That's the magic of a polished invoice and a conveniently timed book tour. Picture this. A politician drops a dull, forgettable book. The content doesn't matter. What matters is the bulk buy. Their campaign or a friendly organization swoops in, buying thousands of copies. Not for readers, not for bookstores. Just to pump royalties and keep the cash circulating inside the circle. It's not called a donation, it's a purchase. 100% legal. Morally bankrupt. Textbook laundering in hardcover form. Now, let's pull a real-world example. Former Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh. She self-published a children's series called Healthy Holly. Cute name, right? She managed to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars worth to hospitals and school boards, organizations funded by public money. But most of those books never even handed out. They sat in boxes. The words didn't matter. The transaction did. That was the con. Call it money laundering, wire fraud, or just a slick PR hustle. That's up to the courts. But here's the truth. On paper, it was perfectly legal. Just a woman selling her books. Behind the press conferences, it was a calculated payoff. A closed money loop hiding in plain sight. Because when you know the system inside out, you don't break laws. You bend them until they snap in silence. Here's the twist. No more shady briefcases full of cash. Today, If you want to send someone a huge sum without alerting the IRS or making headlines, don't wire them. Don't write a check. Just support their book. Buy 3,000 copies of a $300 ebook. Boom. The money's clean. Everyone wins. And it's all dressed up in literary wrapping paper. Not a bribe. Just a bestseller. Amazon swears they got security checks. Sure. But here's the flaw. They're looking for typos, not motives. Their goal is to move units, not sniff out criminal intent. They're not asking why a 12-page coloring book is selling for more than a tropical vacation. Their bots can flag a grammar mistake in seconds, but they'll never catch a global laundering scheme. That's a perfect blind spot. And don't even get me started on the reviews. Bot, fake, AI generated, glowing 5-star raves written by bots in basement servers. Because here's the truth. These books aren't meant to be read. They're meant to be bought. The content? Pure camouflage. The real action is in the sales. Transactions that shine on the outside but are rotten at the core. And no one's digging deep enough to check the soil. Now, let's be fair. Not every overpriced book is a criminal mastermind side hustle. Sometimes niche titles blow up out of nowhere. Sometimes a political memoir rides the tidal wave of a movement. But if you stumble across a book with no buzz, no press, no readers, and it's going for $799, stop and think. Who's buying this? And more importantly, what are they really paying for? Spoiler alert, 9 times out of 10, it's not literature. It's leverage. And here's the kicker. Laundering doesn't wear a ski mask anymore. It wears fake 5-star ratings and an add to cart button. It hides in bestseller lists and author bios that look squeaky clean. It blends in with the language of hustle, ambition, and entrepreneurship. And while most folks are busy scrolling, working, or sleeping, others are quietly flipping fortunes behind the innocent cover of children's books and cookbooks. It's slick, it's silent, and it works. Yeah, I joke. But this is real. These loopholes are sitting in plain sight, untouched, unchallenged. People are building empires while the rest of us are chasing dreams that can't compete. You won't see it coming because it looks legit. It looks like a business launch. It looks like success. But underneath the glossy cover, it's smoke and mirrors. Ink-stain illusion with spotless paper trails. And just when you think the plot couldn't twist any harder, some creator drops a video like this and goes, "Hey, I'm releasing my own $999 book tomorrow. Relax, I'm joking." Probably. I mean, who wouldn't want to launder a fortune through a glitter-covered coloring book called Wash and Draw? I'm kidding, or am I? Anyway, if you stuck around this long, congratulations. You now know more than half the people funneling cash through poetry anthologies and alphabet books. So hit that like button. Subscribe for more of these twisted bedtime tales. And remember, if their nostrils are wider than their whole nose, run. Don't trust them. Good night. And sweet, shady dreams.